Hello, ladies and gentlemen, LIZARDBOY here, and for today, I thought I'd bring you guys a review, which I know I haven't done one in quite some time, though. For this review, we go in something a little bit more different, though, with these type of figures right here, though, which is, these are the Super7 Fun Godzilla figures, though. Basically, there's like these little soft, chibi kind of style versions of Godzilla, basically, though, which they actually have a whole line of these, actually, though. And they just announced they're going to actually put out more. Originally, I wasn't planning on getting these when I first saw these, though, but I actually saw these at my local Walmart, surprisingly, actually, though. And I saw these at first glance, so I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and get them, though. But these were the only two they actually had, but supposedly they actually have a Godzilla 89 and a Burning Godzilla, which I think they announced, and they're going to do a GMK Godzilla, and another Godzilla, but all silver. Not a MechaGodzilla, though, a different one, though. Basically a regular Godzilla, but it's all like an anniversary kind of style in a way, though. So yeah, these are basically just like little hollow plastic chibi kind of style Godzillas. They're pretty lightweight, though, and everything like that. But I just happened to saw these two. I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and get them. They're actually not that bad looking, though. But before we get more into the review, let's go ahead and get into their boxes, though. And yes, I'll actually be doing both of them. I will review both of them today for you guys, though. So we'll get the figures out of the way. We have their boxes, though, which it kind of looks like a weird, like, carnival kind of style in a way, though. Because you got the pink and the yellow, like, kind of carnival styles on. You got Super7. And on the bottom, you actually see the names of the figures, which you have Godzilla. But it also says MechaGodzilla 93 from Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla back in the 90s, the Heisei one. And you have Godzilla -1. And it actually says fun. On the sides, you get silhouette pictures of Godzilla -1 and MechaGodzilla. On the back, for both of them, you actually get pretty big pictures, actually, though, of Godzilla -1 and MechaGodzilla. And it actually says fun in Japanese, though, actually, though, which is actually pretty cool. Or I could be mistaken that incorrectly, though. I am very sorry, though. Get their names. Well, this one just says Godzilla on it, though. You get Godzilla -1. On the sides, you get the same thing, though. Godzilla -1, MechaGodzilla 93. You get fun. And like I said, it's like this weird, it's got like a weird carnival kind of style, the way the patterns are, though. And the way it represents it, which is interesting. So yeah, you get like a clear coat of what seeing through the windows, basically what the figures look like, though, which is pretty interesting. So I only got these two because, like I said, I didn't really plan on not getting these, though. But I saw them, I was like, you know what, I'll just go ahead and get them, though, because they're kind of interesting looking, though. Why don't we start off with MechaGodzilla first, because I feel like this is going to be a little more of a shorter one, though, for him. No pun intended, though. But like I said, this, it's got nice detail, I will say, though. Just got the nice yellow eyes, though, like he is in the movie. And it's just a clear coat silver. That's all it is, though. That's basically what MechaGodzilla is, though. But the detail-wise is pretty cool, because you get the nice, good seams and grooves of the whole suit, though, what it originally was, though, for MechaGodzilla. On the back, you get his nice, good silver metallic dorsal fins, which are actually pretty cool. Stubby little tail, though. You get him. Bottom, you actually get Super7 and a Toho copyright. Sadly, no articulation, though. No articulation whatsoever, though. Which I was kind of hoping the head would move, or the arms, because that would be actually kind of nice, though. And it kind of looks like his legs are shortened, though. like they're kind of bending though, but they're like short though. I will say nice detail wise on the whole sculpt to make it look like MechaGodzilla 93. Definitely around the face though. I will say the face and the head is actually really nice, which is actually pretty cool. So that's pretty nice though. But yeah, it's really not that much. It's pretty cool. Like the detail wise, that's basically what it is. A nice little chibi style of MechaGodzilla though, with the what it's supposed to represent though and everything like that, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, it's really not that much. It's just basically like this and that's it though. But it's still pretty cool. And I'll do a size comparison in a minute though once I get both of these done now for the review. And we actually have Godzilla -1. So quite a bit of detail in this one though, I will say though. The color tone though is actually very different though. You got some, he's like a weird dark brown or like just a brown. The way he's represented, like I don't remember that much color of him in the movie though. Like what it was though, it's kind of hard to detail what it was, which is pretty interesting for this one. You actually get different tones like around the chest, and it shows the scar from the face. If you guys remember the movie where the sea mine explodes though, but he regenerates though, that's basically, you can tell that throughout the whole movie though. And you get to see the eyes, which are actually pupils, which is actually a brown with a black and a white dot though, which is actually pupils, which is pretty cool. Mouth is a little reddish though, with the teeth are like a bone white, yellowish. Including his toes and his claws, which is actually pretty nice. Dorsal fins, not too bad. I will say the detail on the back of the head, which is actually pretty nice though, with all the grooves. His tail is all curl up on the side of his body though. And you can definitely see the rivets in his body though, like his scales and everything though, throughout the whole body, which is actually pretty cool though, nice wise. On the bottom you get Super7, you get Toho logo on the bottom. No articulation though, like I said with the other one though. This one doesn't have no articulation. I'm kind of curious though too, like if they would have actually came with his atomic breath though. I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool, like an attachment though, to actually do that to here though. I think that will still be pretty cool though. Get a little side comparison though. You guys can see it. I mean, you definitely can tell that the MechaGodzilla is a bit taller because of the top of the spike on his head though. But let's see, I want to do a size comparison with though. So I have Godzilla Movie Monster Series Bandai Godzilla -1. You definitely can see that's a bit taller though. Got our Bandai Presto right here. I will say, seems a bit taller. Almost in a way like basically the same size in a way though. Which is actually pretty nice. And I got this MechaGodzilla Super7 from the mystery box, actually. Yeah, you can definitely tell different sizes and everything like that, though. Like, yeah, so definitely someone in the, I was probably 5 inches, though. The way, how tall these are, though? I think they're like 5 inches, though. Which is actually pretty nice. These actually are not too bad. And like I said, they're actually coming out with more, which is actually pretty interesting though. But these are the only ones that I'm going to keep for myself though, because I've been wanting to get more of this particular MechaGodzilla though, because I don't have much of him. And it's Godzilla -1. I can't say no to it though. But yeah, these are the only two I'm going to get though. But I will say, these aren't too bad. They're nice little chibi soft kind of figures for them being Godzilla though, and just something different from Super7 too though. But I think that'll be it for this review for you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed though. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I'll put in the description below. But thank you guys for watching this. I'll see you guys and talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.